Another good morning right here. Thursday morning. Wake your butt up. Wake your up. Everybody get up, get out, and get to it. You know what it is, man. DJ Lalo is in the building. This is the Good Morning Mix going down each and every morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on Nerd DJs Radio, Speaker Leakers TV. Make sure that you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, or you're streaming us through Nerve DJs Radio, which you can download in your Apple Play or your Google Play store and just basically listen to us. But it is a good morning, man. We got my man Big Bree in the building. What up, Bree?
Good morning. Good morning. How y'all feeling?
You already know, man. We about to get to it, man. Shouts out to my man Trey Cool, man. He should be tapping in very soon. Deanna K should be tapping in very soon. But we like to give our shouts out to our sponsors. Trey's Generaciones, Cavassier, Maker's Mark, Cornitos, and everybody. Shouts out to everybody that sponsors us. But let's get into it, man. This is the Good Morning Mix. Wake your ass up. Let's go. Start out with this Fetty Patron, new winner of Indie Tuesdays. Let's go.
Put it in my best. Trying to make a way out. Seeing where I come from. This shit don't be a way out. Niggas always hate me, sneak this and tryna gang clout. See you out and try to dap you up, I know what it be about. Stay away from a lot of these niggas, take on this scenic route. Coming out the bench of my city and I'ma say it proud. Nigga, you can sleep all you want, I'll make your bitch proud. And every time I touch on the mic, she ain't gon' miss out. Slide in this Ohio breeze, I'm tryna break out. A lot of these crabs in the buckets, I like to stand out. Everybody in competition can't wrap my head around. I'ma just stay in my lane, you don't even me about. You done manifested this, I done manifested that. Don't see me on the top and I ain't never going back. Had to break up out this cage cause this shit just be a trap. Gotta stay away from people that be trying to hold you back. You done manifested this, I done manifested that. They see me on the top and I ain't never going back. Had to break up out this cage cause this shit just be a trap. Gotta stay away from people be trying to hold you back. Living in this big ass house and get my kids straight. They don't even want them for nothing. This shit just feel great. Manifested, put in the feeling and they gon' be great. Leave it in the hands of the man so you can see straight. Living on my dreams that I want and you can still hate. Trying to bring another nigga down so you can feel safe. I don't even know how you move. You niggas been fake. Surround yourself with 7 broke niggas and you gon' be 8. Everybody come with their hands out when you make it. Where was you at all them shows when the nigga was trying to make it? I ain't never see your name in no comment sharing or Nathan. You talking like I owe you when I was the one shaking. Trying to build a team and you can be part, but you was hating. I ain't holding on nobody's hand and fuck what you be saying. Bitch, I did it by myself and I got it out the jam. And I stand 10 toes on everything I had a plan. And I made it. Now you in Ohio Bridge.
We came with some helmet. You think you smashed? We came with that helmet. You scream for body. We talk about money, cool wasting my time. You get ghost like a fountain. 4 pack loaded, 2 pills cold, ice stupid cold, like water frozen. Don't play around, get your cash closed. Suck on my dick, ain't no fetty token. I call it smashing, I'm beat stroking. Being your ass open, I keep folding. Don't play with heat, get your meat roasted. Burners that short, heat stoking. Come by my paper, I'm by my money. All I can see is the dollar sign. Bitch on my dick till I fall in line. Ain't about no bitch on my Bible grind. I run it up, you can call me time. Waiting for none, what you call it time. Busting the bridge to 1,000 dime. Claiming on broke, you don't lost your mind. We came with some helmet. You think you smashed? We came with the helmet. You scream for body, we put you on TV and changing the town. We talk about money, cool wasting my time, you get ghost like a fountain. Stuck in the game like my neck swole, but I got that bitch in the chokehold. Bitch keep calling me loco, cause I'm creeping low with that 4-4. But kept me on live like 5-5, and I keep them riddles like 5-5. I call my critters, they pop-out. Turn you to fate to a hot shot. You say you want pressure. Came with some helmets. I'm keeping you toe in the movement. You play with the gang, we change your channel. I hang with the hitters and steppers and sliders that started that bang with the milk. For a nigga that thinking this line, we wipe your nose and grabbing the shelf. I'm stepping hard in the elbow, fold for a nigga, never. I'm high off of the felt, feel like a space shuttle. cameo, I will go. I ain't got no brave builders. Play, we can rock out, nigga. I keep the heavy melody. Say you won't pressure. We came with some armor. You think you smash? We came with the hammer. You scream for body, we put you on TV and changing the channel. We talk about money, could waste my time, you get ghost like a fountain.
Speaker,
E-shot. Yeah. Go on, get that money. 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 Girl, go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money, girl.
I'ma get this money. 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 I'ma get this money.
Hey, baby, throw that ass back. Tip drill, credit card in your ass crack. Are you a quarterback? Can you pass that? I just got one question, can I have that? You gon' make me throw everything that I earn. I can make it back easily, no concern. I'ma kill that pussy with a coffin, get an urn. Brought it out to spend it, make it rain, let it burn. Baby, I'm a boss, but I'ma let you take control. Love the way you going P-Valley on that pole. Let me take a picture, shake that ass, make a pole. Are you an undertaker? I heard you be taking souls, yeah. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money, girl. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money, girl.
I'ma get this money. 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 I'ma get this money, boy. Get this money, I'ma go get it. They just throw it at me cause it bitch thick. You ain't talking money, I don't hear shit. No time for chit chat with a broke bitch. Get in that bag, fuck what you think. Be shaking my ass like I work at the bank. Got money courage, I don't need a drink. I'm juicing them up if I just want the bank. You would never be my nigga, I'm a tease. Turn around, make a clap for the cheese. Fuck nigga, I'm out of your league. If your funds up, then I sell you a dream. Pay attention, little nigga. I need you to have all eyes on me. This box for the rich, you gotta spend. I don't bust it for free. Only fans, I'm just showing feet. I'ma get mine, a bitch gotta eat. A whole lot of moves and it ain't for the weak. All up in my ass, but Cherise ain't cheap. Gotta pay to eat a little bit. Hand to head, nigga, I'm a whole little freak. Wipe your face when you finish then. I gotta bounce. We ain't even got speak.
Go on, get that money. 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 Girl, go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money. Go on, get that money, girl.
I'ma get this money. 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 I'ma get this money.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall. Ain't no ballin' till we fall, cause the money got me sitting tall. Now I'm making big deposits, I ain't doing nothing small. So I scream and fuck them all. I don't answer when they call. Put in that work, go in berserk, air a Kurt, frame with a Kurt, take him to church, if he on dirt, last resort, take him to court. Whoa, bitch, I ain't never been lazy. Lot of niggas fugazi. All these broke bitches hate me. You can never ever change me. Make it side with that shit. Pulling hair while he talk shit. He don't put it in my face, he let me swallow them babies. Blacked out Mercedes. Bad bitch wanna date me. Fucking put it on HD. Baby mama wanna taste me. All. Winter, summer, spring, or fall. Ain't no ballin' till we fall, cause the money got me sitting tall. Now I'm making big deposits, I ain't doing nothing small. So I scream and fuck them all. I don't answer when they call. I want it all. Winter, summer, spring, or fall. Ain't no ballin' till we fall, cause the money got me sitting tall. Now I'm making big deposits, I ain't doing nothing small. So I scream and fuck them all. I don't answer when they call. If it ain't about a check, I don't respect it. Whoever did me dirty, go and credit. Lame niggas put them on the red list. Finance, I ain't a mess. Solid and finance, math fire, make it swell. Work hard, can't fail. Only thing I know is win. What the fuck is an L? Back then, they ain't like me. Oh, I know they hate me now. Bend it over, bust it down. Give his ass a couple rounds. All they wanna do is gossip. I can hear him talking now. Haters keeping me in style. Keep my name in your mind. I want it all. Winter, summer, spring, or fall. Ain't no ballin' till we fall, cause the money got me sitting tall. Now I'm making big deposits, I ain't doing nothing small. Start screaming, fuck them all. I don't answer when they call. I want it all, winter, summer, spring, or fall. Ain't no ballin' till we fall, cause the money got me sitting tall. Now I'm making big deposits, I ain't doing nothing small. Start screaming, fuck them all. I don't answer when they call.
I don't want nobody but you. Right here by my side. I got your back in your side. To the end of the time. You showed me so many signs. Where I realized that love is not blind. I don't want nobody but you. A perfect couple, we got each other. Don't worry about others. Even when we struggle, we fight our hustle, can make it double. Straight out the gutter, can't find another, can go above us. You been no other than someone that I can call my lover. Don't say I love you, I'm about that action. I let it show into an element. In the future, I see the growth. We grow development, baby. You know we there for sure. Don't worry about haters, we about that paper already know. And girl, we built for this, ain't no steal for this. If they shoot at these, better hope they hit. If they don't, that's it. Or you commit a crime, put that on my life. Girl, you're mine, ain't no switching sides. I live for the right day. I don't want nobody but you. Right here by my side. I got your back in your side. To the end of the time. You showed me so many signs. Where I realized that love is not blind. I don't want nobody but you.
Wanna love you like your mother never thought I could. Your ex that wish you should. By your side I always stood. They ever come for you, then you already know. Be right there with you, baby, till the world blow. Can't find another that can hold it down. Been out here searching and it's not around. I'ma be 100 with you, never go against the grain. Even when the rough times come, but love's gonna be the same. Never thought that I could find a love like this. One that's so real. I'll tell the world, wherever I go, I don't want nobody else.
I don't want nobody but you. Right here by my side. I got your back in your side. To the end of the time. You showed me so many signs. So I realized that love is not blind. I don't want nobody but you.
Nigga done been through the most. Felt a whole lot of pain. Everybody got a story though. Everybody. I learned times and people change. They reach out telling me rap, I'm trying to flip the page. A different pain walking your favorite person to their grave. Still trapping, cat napping, I ain't slept in days. Years after war with my mental, I'm back focused now. Look, little L in his eyes, we back in motion now. Can hear my granny voice whispering that prayer's free. But these niggas don't talk to God like it costs a fee. If I could talk to Bean, I'd tell him that they switched the wave. This rapping ain't the same, and since he left, I watched it change. I said I'm done with this shit, but I bless this for Steve. I still catch chills when I think about Weeze. And that's that pain when the real die. And they say never question God, so I don't ask why. And that's that pain when your people change. What's your brother if that boy will leave you in the rain? And that's that pain when it cut deep. Forever slide solo, cause I could trust me. And that's the pain, the shit that come with the game. Shit that these words can't explain. They say they on demon time, but what's a demon to God, son? They flashing sticks like we ain't got guns. And that's that pain when your people gone. Some doing life in the system and you can't bring them home. Been through it all, but I'm still going. Hey, I took some L's, but I'm built for it. Product of land, all I know is hustle. Rather die on my feet than live on my knuckles. Roll money is gon' bust down. Something bigger than my home when I touch down. The 40 tuck now. I'm flying straight, keep these niggas out my space. Cause I'm knowing that they hate. I can see it in their face. And that's that pain when the real die. And they say never question God, so I don't ask why. And that's that pain when your people change. What's your brother if that boy will leave you in the rain? And that's that pain when it cut deep. Forever flying solo, I could trust me. And that's the pain, the shit that come with the game. Shit that these words can't explain. And that's that pain when the real die. That's that pain when your people change. And that's that pain when it cut deep. And that's the pain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shouts out the list right there, man. Steve Jones presents. That song right there was called Pain. You heard it first right here, Speaker Leakers Radio. It is the Good Morning Mix going down right now, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know exactly where we at, man. We down here at Speaker Leakers Radio, TV, whatever you want to call it, man. We do a lot of everything, man. Just to start off the morning, man, I do want to comment or touch on the Jalen Walker trial is set to begin. From what I'm hearing right now is they already found the officers not guilty, all of them. You know what I mean?
How does that happen?
I think they're doing it on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's black people stuff now. We can't be doing that.
People are
black people.
People
stuff.
are predicting that because they're boarding up downtown.
Well, no, that's not it.
You can't.
Actually, I talked directly to the family, and you know their lawyers is going to let them know.
What I'm saying is, you can't. And the grand jury ain't even been convened yet. You feel me? Like,
and I'm praying that it's not real news. You know what I mean? But
I mean, it's black news. Man.
I mean, I personally feel like when they didn't get arrested and everybody got to go back to work, that let us know what the fuck was going on. But that's just me. I mean, I get it. We still gonna fight and people still gonna go for, justice for their family, which they're completely, right to do so. And actually, I know people in organizations who've been helping and working, but the moment they let them people go back to work and everything was cool, they didn't release no names. I already know what the fuck was going on. So
yeah,
I don't know. I would just say if y'all gonna fuck some shit up, don't fuck up our shit downtown. Fuck up they shit. Go to Stowe. Go to Copley. Go where the motherfucking police people live. Go to their house. It's an alleged list of their names floating around on Facebook. Look them motherfuckers up and go fuck up their neighborhood. Don't fuck up the businesses that's downtown. All my hard working entrepreneurs and my friends and shit. Don't go fuck up their shit. Go fuck up their shit.
First things first, we're not gonna promote any violence towards anybody on here. You know what I mean? But I understand exactly what you're saying. You know what I mean? A lot of times when we do protest, we end up destroying our neighborhoods, which is not right at all. You know what I mean? Which is not right at all because it only affects us. So I do understand what you're saying. Go out there to Stowe and everything. Be cautious, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, you know what I mean, or wherever the situation may be. Don't let me say any city or anything like that, but we can't destroy our community. So I do get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't promote violence, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, but definitely.
But just in case.
How people are figuring this out or whatever. Like I said, I spoke directly to one of the family members, and that was his comment as well. And I'm hoping it's not true. You know, like you said, the grand jury.
How can it possibly be true? That's what I'm trying to understand.
The grand jury, and like you said, hasn't been where they're assembled now, and the trial doesn't start till what, Monday?
Yeah, they have the grand jury is convening to actually indict them. You know what I mean? Like they haven't even met yet.
Yeah,
so like for the news to even be it's like, I mean, it's plain to see. Don't get me in the line. Like it's plain to see what we believe will happen, but we can't really say because they haven't actually.
Just don't assume.
Right.
It's hard not to with the boarding up of the windows and getting ready for the protest.
They even got the gates.
It's been set up. Like we've been through this before. So it's been set up from day one, not releasing the name of the officers, with how they chopped up the videotape from the beginning. Everything's been set up to this point,
down that way,
you know, to let us, you know, to let us know that, you know, it's gonna be some fuck shit in the game, and we're prepared for it. I mean, let's be real. Like we've been here before. We've been fucked over before. You know what I mean? So I mean, yeah, y'all get ready because we've been ready.
That's what I said. I don't agree that
if somebody getting ready for something, they know they expect it.
Yeah. So
because you know, like when you done wrong
mm-hmm.
and you got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like
they're like just in case.
Right. So you know when you did something wrong and you get away with
it. And then for them to one of my beefs is for them to say that they had to let them come back to work because of lack of staff. When I was out there on that front line, they had at least 400. A
whole lot of staff to me.
Man, they had a whole lot of staff come out that building.
I drive by there.
You know what I mean? It was like it was 100+ cops to come and try to diffuse the crowd.
You ever drive downtown?
But now all of a sudden we don't have enough.
They got like 50 cars lined up.
Like how many patrol cars on the streets at the same time? We need to know all this information. Yeah. We need to know all this information. Lay it on out there.
You know, sometimes they should know. I mean, ODOT tell you how many trucks they have out, you know, when they, you know, during their winter weather storm. You need to know how many police out there, man, because, you know, it's a lot of crime going on out there, but, you know, they ain't going to tell you how many undercovers neither, but, you know, it's that too.
Yeah, all right. You already know what's going on, man. Speaker League is in the building. Monday morning, man, we shall see. We might have to do a special Speaker Leakers. We might have to convene
the Monday show.
Yeah,
go downtown, get some footage.
Just on the Jalen Walker situation.
Man, that kid deserves his justice. That's all. And if he don't get his justice, man, you know they need to be ashamed for what happened, man, because he shouldn't have got shot over 60-something times.
For sure.
I mean, that don't nobody deserve to die like that.
Yeah, that was
overkill. Say what it is, overkill. It don't take 60 shots. 60 shots to take somebody down.
It's kids out here, you know, going up in schools shooting people don't even get that type of justice.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, you know, they taking out innocent people, and this kid just was running from the cops and got shot 60 times for nothing, man. What'd he do?
Right. I hate to change the subject, but I just never understood who started passing the blunt with the damn fire up. I never understood that part. I never understood it. You're supposed to set the player up for the pass. You know.
Did I fuck it up?
Man, I reached for the damn flame.
Oh.
I'm not, you know.
I'm sorry. I'm over here in my own, y'all. We talk about this, my look, I'm over here again.
I hate to change the subject, but I'm hurting myself. Speaker League is in the building, man.
Don't burn your finger.
Man, each and every Thursday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. Nerve DJs Radio. Make sure y'all download that Nerve DJs app, ASAP, Google Play, or your Apple App Store. Tune in. We live, baby. You already know what's going on. Got a whole lot of sports in the building with my dog, Big Bree. We got a whole lot of gossip, a lot of news, entertainment in the building with the girl, the one and only, Deanna K. Right now, we about to get back into a little bit of mix with my dog, DJ Lalo, and we'll be right back.
Show.
I love sleeping, I can see what I'm gonna be when I be in my dreams. Don't wake me up, I be so depressed from this reality. I need some rest, I be fighting stress and got anxiety. Everybody hate, but I just hope somebody proud of me. Don't say you love me when you're out here and you're clowning me. Talking down on me, be in my face and trying to smile with me. Bitch devour me, and when I bust my nut, you can leave. Won't give up, cause I know this music shit was made for me. I can't wait till the nigga get paid to do his thing. Paid to sing, get on that stage and watch her vibe with me and dig with me. But I ain't looking for no friend, just had to make it clear. And I ain't looking for no love, I hope you hoes can hear me. Push them off, I push them off, can't let you hoes get near me. You can't fuck around and be a little bit friendly, cause these hoes fuck around and get the wrong idea. Move along, my dear. And y'all niggas, y'all be fake too. Break rules, I ain't got no friends cause you gon' snake who. Beat a nigga ass like Vegeta or I'm Goku. If you don't believe it, try your hand and I'll show you. I've been fighting demons, put my hands on you, I bet you see it. I wish y'all could see what I be seeing when a nigga sleeping. All these flashing lights and fancy cars riding through the city. Rocking hella shows with the bros and we counting chicken. I was down bad, I ain't have a pot to piss in. Now I'm grinding every day, I swear I'm on a mission. So I can go enjoy my life and see what I've been missing. R.I.P. to my babies, I swear you know I miss them. Every day without y'all shit for me be getting wicked. Got a target on my back, they got me on the hit list. All the niggas feel is pain, I just need some healing. Had to make it through the rain, I know y'all gon' feel me. I be feeling so alone, why you do me filthy? Take some time about your day and can you learn the real me? But since I'm a man, I can't show the real me. I can't show you I got feelings, you gon' try to end me. When I can see what I'm gon' be when I be in my dreams. Yeah, I need some rest, I be fighting stress and got anxiety.
Yeah, show.
Why the fuck would I leave out the house without this Glock on? My phones do me on my sleep cause they all shake. I don't think I can trust a bitch cause they all fake. Better get insurance for your heart, call Allstate. We flashing little money in your kitchen when we call pay. Told my family I won't stop grinding till we all straight. Niggas say they with me, I don't know because they all snakes. Granny told me watch you all come friends because they envy me. I was always taught that your friends will become enemies. Streets don't let nobody, so it ain't no showing sympathy. Bitches see you with a low paper and change energy. All them days I was broke, remember they ain't remember me. If you need a bag, hit my line, I got 10 G. I ain't never had to hit the road for me to see some cheese. How the fuck you call yourself a boss if you don't feed the team? Straight drop, what I gotta keep so I can feed the fiends. Police question me, I don't know, cause I ain't see a thing. Counting on my hand, can't count a soul, I can call on. The same ones that laughed in my face, I got a ball on. Niggas was playing in the field, now they ball gone. Think about my niggas, wish the judge and send them all home. Soon as I got locked, my bitch is quick to turn the jets on. Put it in the pot, if it don't lock, then it's stepped on. Underrated cause I barely drop, so I get slept on. 329, that's the number that I text on. She swallowed dick like her motherfucking neck long. My ex bitch broke as fuck, I ain't gon' flex though. Soon as she left, I moved on to the next hoe. You ain't even talking about no pape, why you calling me? Fucked around and gave her great dick, now she stalking me. I just want the head, fuck your love, bitch, get off of me. You gon' fuck around and lose your life, think about chalking me. I can fuck two bad bitches at the same time. Ain't too much worried about the ops, cause I'm a bang mine. Selling white girl to blank heads, ain't no hate crime. Feel like Vince Carter with this block, cause they got hang time.
Try to make friends that wear vibes, I'm like, fuck that. Tripping about no nigga that I lost, cause I can get him back. And tripping about them bitches that fell off, we ain't getting into that. Thinking back, the shit wasn't a loss, I gotta off that. Take the shit, replacing it in my life, cause I'm going fast. I need all my goals to match, aligning with my own path. And if you try to play with me, know I'ma hop right on your ass. Or on me, heavy on the name, cause that's who I be. I love to say my name on songs, so Sunday it's gonna cost a fee. And if you wasn't around when it was free, then it ain't gonna be cheap. I love the ones that rock with me, cause they know they won't miss a beat. They know when they fall down, she gon' get right back up on her feet. It's feeling too complacent, say fuck that, and when it found his beat. Every time I'm on the beat, I'm hungry, yeah, I like to eat. Some bitches might not like me, but just ask them, they gon' say it's beat. And you gotta know I'm like that. I miss my cousin Manny, swore I wish he had his life back. It's a glow about me, make these people wanna know about me. Feeling like I'm chosen, seeing signs, so I know some gon' cop. They say that I'm different, and I act like I ain't noticed. But shit on the real, sometimes I wanna say I know this. Ask me how I do it, a lot of pain and some focus. Take my time with the craft, so they gon' know that I ain't joke. How many tell me to keep going? Promise I don't plan on stopping. Promise I don't plan on sleep till I don't mean they popping. Before my nana left me, told her I would be a business woman. Smile on her face, best believe that fucking business. Stand on everything I say, I mean that shit in every way. And we ain't talking too much of the convo, ain't in and pay. And if it ain't in it with pay, then you know I'm out your way. Only talking money, otherwise ain't got a thing to say. Probably cause I'm in my bag, business I'ma stand on. Can't be bothered by the losses, when I lose I gotta double that. The win's always better when you grinding and you self-made. Independent with it in the end, I'ma be self-made. R.M.E. heavy on the neck, cause that's who I be. Hey, you know this.
Speaker.
I'm just just gone and I'm too on. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. Heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, you keep breaking my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, oh. Next up, really tryna flex up. Gold on me, I'm draped up. All these niggas feel the pressure. Yeah. I'm doing my thing, having it my way. Drinking on the side, yeah, you know we pay. It's not love, I'm just drunk and I'm fucked up. It's not love, I'm just home and I'm too home. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. When I'm with you, but when we are apart, you keep breaking my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, oh, rich sex, drunk text is what I'm used to. Girls that you know, used to, you know I ain't it back. You know LA vibes, cause girls go right. Any hit like wine, ain't no love tonight. It's not love, I'm just drunk and I'm fucked up. It's not love, I'm just home and I'm too home. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. It's not love, it's not love. It's not love, it's not love, baby. Heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, you keep breaking my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart.
Yes, niggas in the building. Thursday morning, good morning, next 10 to 11 a.m. Nerve DJs Radio. Download the app ASAP. Make sure you check us out on all podcast platforms. Man, a lot going on in sports. I want to say a whole lot of shit, but I'm gonna let Big Bree get his out the way.
Yes, sir. Bree, so I got my champion of the week. Man, so it goes down to the NCAA men's new basketball champions, University of Connecticut, UConn men's. The Huskies did it, man. They won their 5th championship, taking down. They defeated San Diego State 76-59, man, for the national champions. Big up to all the participants in the Final Four from last week too. But you know, at the end of results, man, UConn is a champion, man. So big up. They're the number 4 seed. So the committee almost got it right, man. Top 4, you know, that's cool. But I like to shout out to the women's national championship, man, as my champion of the week. Louisiana State University, LSU, the women's championship. They the first time in school history. They took down Iowa 102-85, man. That was in the last Sunday. Man, it was just I never seen that competitive as women's sports, and
Yeah, they was getting to it.
you know the girl Caitlin Clark, man, she was phenomenal for Iowa, man, during that whole stretch. So big up to her, man. I think she's the Naismith Player of the Year, man. But man, the girls from
Yeah, she
LSU,
was.
you know, it was a little bit too much, man. They played a lot of team ball. Caitlin was just playing by herself, I think. But that's all it went down, man. Team ball always will beat individual ball, man, when you're playing organized sports. So, you know, and that was the moral of the victory, man. And Angel Reese and, you know, they was putting up the gas face slick slash the Tony Yayo slash the,
John Cena.
the John Cena, you know. So, you know, that was a little controversy, but they squashed it because they said, hey, we both competitors. We was doing that to each other, man. So,
You know,
shout out to
shout out to Caitlin Clark for actually because she said that what's going on and you know, and the competitive spirit that they both have, she believes is good for women's sports. So she had no problem with getting it back. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Caitlin Clark for taking a high road for shit show.
And I like that because, you know what I'm saying, the women's always been like undermined against the men. And for them to get that type of attention, you know, that sparks something because, you know, hey, wasn't really nobody talk about UConn beating San Diego State. They was talking about Caitlin and
but actually that was
a
better finals.
It was, man.
Finals game than the UConn San Diego State game. That was just like,
I mean, both teams was a pretty much like a non-contested win at the end. I mean,
San Diego, they made their runs
with the 6 minutes.
Yeah, they made their run.
Yeah, I think maybe 6 minutes, 2-minute run, they made their stretch. But man, shouts out to those two teams, man. I'm gonna talk about my Cavs, man. They have clinched the 4th overall seed in the East, so they'll be hosting the home game for the first round. We got Milwaukee. They take the overall number 1 seed. They're gonna all have a home field all throughout the playoffs. Them on the West, Denver. Then we got Boston number 2, Philly number 3, Cleveland 4, New York number 5, and Brooklyn 5 and 6. So we got the playing games. Atlanta, Toronto, and Chicago will be playing in the playing tournament to try to get to that 7th seed. So how this playing tournament works, like teams that don't make the 7th to the 10th seed, they get the playing tournament at the end of the regular season to make the 7th spot. So that'll be the final spot for the playoffs. Denver got the West locked up. Memphis is number 2, Sacramento number 3, Phoenix number 4. It's a toss-up, man. A lot of close ending regular season scores for LA Clippers, Golden State, the Lakers, New Orleans. We got Oklahoma, Dallas, Utah, and Minnesota. So like a lot of them teams right now, their record are so close. They got 3 games remaining in their schedule. So between all those teams, they're going to go to that 7th to 10th spot with the play-in tournament. The East is kind of like already predicted. So that's the reason why their records was kind of like already set. But man, that NBA, man, it's a little different, man. The last few years, how y'all think about that playing tournament stuff? How that's working, man? Because it's different.
I think it's cool.
I like it because you get a night, you get that, you know, you get to play in that tournament to make that 7th spot, which before it was just done. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look at Deanna K. She's like, I have no interest.
But you know what the thing about Deanna K is, once her son started in high school, going into the AAU, she gonna understand it. You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna be a baby baller. Yeah. She'll catch up. You know,
we gonna get there. I ain't want to get too deep because when y'all was talking about the girls' basketball, I got a different take on that. But
tell us about your thoughts because everybody got a position.
I didn't watch the whole game, so I can't really.
And you don't have to watch
I was
the game.
watching highlights.
I understand what happened. You know what I'm saying? History took place. You know, with LSU winning the championship. You know, I tell you honestly, it was a black and white thing because I was all white. You know. LSU was all black, so I mean it did.
LSU ain't all black.
I'm just saying.
It's a few people on there that's
white, but I'm just saying.
I just feel like it's cool when they do it.
Anomaly between who was on the court, 5 against 5. So you know, you see that when you're watching the game. You know.
But it's the fact that they was just like you said, teamwork made that happen better.
It was a competitive game.
Like. Everybody competitive. Everybody made it a big deal originally when it all happened, but then now when the Clark girl be like, "Oh no, it's cool," everybody like, "Oh, great job again for being this part." Like, stop with the narrative. She wasn't wrong.
Right.
Ben wasn't wrong.
Shoot, Caitlin
they had a great game.
Caitlin was lighting them up, though. You know what I'm saying?
She's a great player, though. But she's an amazing player. But she needs other players around her.
What she's saying is, we know how this world thinks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the world. It's black and white. It's everybody be like, oh, it's not about race. We live in America. Everything is about race. Y'all was built on race. But
I'd like to send a special shout out to Flaw J. Johnson.
She did amazing.
Oh
yeah.
She be dropping.
So shout out to her. She won the national championship as well as being one of the most.
Who's her daddy?
And she's a freshman.
He passed away.
He passed away. She was a freshman.
He passed away before she was born.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you know, and
it was dope. I'm gonna find it.
She following in his footsteps and out here hooping. So you know what I'm saying? She's
man, the Apple.
Yep. So shout out to Rock Nation. They snatched her up quick.
They said, "Come here."
Yeah.
You know, I talk about my UFC, man. This weekend, we got UFC 287. Pereira, who's the current champion, will be fighting against in the middleweight Adesanya. Adesanya is 23-2. Pereira, he only lost to Pereira, and I think he went up in weight against CK, or I can't think of his name. He's a middleweight champ. But Adesanya is coming to try to get his title back. So check that out. That'll be this Saturday on pay-per-view, UFC 287. You know how it goes down. Man, today marks the 2023 Masters Tournament. If you guys not interested, it's golf. You know, my man Tiger Woods back up in the thick of things. He'll be playing. I think his tee time is actually, he already teed off at 10:18 this morning. So the 2023 Masters Tournament. Last year's champion was Scotty Scheffler. He was a 2022 Scheffler. Man, just some notable players: Roy McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Phil Mickelson. Man, they're going to be heading off this year's tournament. A lot of money on the line, man. You know, that green jacket is actually where it needs to be. You know, what y'all think about golf? I mean, like, I know it's
I don't have a thought about it.
You got, I mean, but see, it's a national tournament, man. So when it's a big thing like that, man, a lot of money.
Man, I wouldn't give a. I tell you what, man. You hear me? Like, I don't know if it could be Tiger Woods. I'll watch the 18th hole, maybe the 16th into the 18th. But you're not gonna catch me sitting there for no 18 holes of golf, bro.
Yeah, so one thing you gotta understand, if you ever got, like I got, man, like back in 2008, 2009, I got happened to hold.
I'm not sitting through the baseball.
I got some tickets, man. It was down in Muirfield, down in Columbus. I got tickets to the 18th hole to watch the Muirfield tournament, man. And Tiger Woods, we followed the whole game, and he won it, man. Like, just convincingly, man. And just seeing that actually in person. Me as I never went to a golf tournament ever in my life, man. Just happened to fall into some tickets and went to the tournament, man. And Tiger won. It was just a different atmosphere. However, man,
you know, something like that.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'll be in the cut smoking a blunt.
That's kind of it's different, man. It's like I don't like watching baseball, but it's cool when you there type thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you're there. Yeah, when you're there. Other than that,
but on TV, you know, not
Big
watching.
Bree, let's get the wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing about sports, man. Until you actually be a part of the game, you'll have a little bit of better understanding of it. And, you know, that's with any sport. So, you know, if your kid, you know, he comes up and he want to be a swimmer, man, you're going to respect that. He's like, dang, I never knew swimming had this type of competitiveness. But that's all it is competitiveness. That's Big Bree with sport. Y'all keep that competitive up, man. Keep them kids in school, doing good grades, man. Next thing you know, you'll be a champion of a kid's father, son, mother, uncle, brother, sister,
for sure.
You know,
Speaker League is in the building. Nerve DJs, DJ Lalo. Get back to a couple one more song. And of course, you know, we got a whole lot of gossip to get through for sure. It's been a long week. Let's get it.
Drugs in my head, be like crazy, always crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh,
to the 5.
so crazy.
He was like
crazy.
Roll Muni with the fofo. Never stress 22. It's a catch 22. Used to catch 24. To the 5, 22. Pistol to Bokey to Tucky looking like with that fofo. On my way to the hill. To the point on that fofo. Got some niggas on their job who locked in. Flipped the floppy disk. Real Harbor Road raised. So keep me out them poly tricks. Mix me with that new shit. You niggas sounding crazy. Better yet, uninformed. Somebody put these niggas on. They should've knew I wasn't norm. It's RBL and nothing. I remember feeling like the city. I watched my niggas stand tall, stand strong. On any guesses, I caught wind. My interview had them mad TV. Niggas feeling stupid after RBL did Vlad TV. Now all you niggas lip lock. The point full of propaganda. How you confusing me for which block?
Drugs in my head, like crazy. Oh, it's crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, baby, baby. Crazy, so
Yeah.
crazy.
When he asked me who the label, what I supposed to say. We ain't tapped in, not even spoke for me to know to say. Who really rockin' couldn't tell, I know I couldn't fail. When everybody went their own lane, I couldn't bail. Hard work got me far, what you couldn't tell. Her niggas mad at AR, what tickets couldn't sell. Now they say it's how I said it, no, that's how you rich. Was really thuggin' in the trench for no mention of some credit. Bear witness to this wordplay. I can never lose sleep to what a geek or a nerd say. All that chatty patty on the curb say. The streets is overrated, all the real niggas gone. If Hitman was here, he'll feel niggas wrong. If Mr. C was living, he wouldn't feel niggas song. I'm from that Eddie's baby era. Took field trips alone. Money earning like I'm Vernon. About my business, and it's known. Yeah, nigga. When you get to motherfucking visions, man, I don't care what nobody say, nigga. My intuition go crazy, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all stay focused out here, man. Care if you're the only one standing up for you leave it, and you still motherfucking tall, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. H2MGAR. Yeah. Analyze the
Shout out to the Bay, man.
For sure.
Cali, what's the deal? Coming back out there.
We got him coming on tomorrow too, man, for the pop-up party.
Okay.
Live interview with
that was good.
H2MGAR.
Okay, yeah.
I got it right, man. I got it right.
So it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So kudos. Speaking of leakers, man. One thing I just kind of, from a segue into my girl Deanna K from the sports, Angel Reese. She says she's not a thug. She says she's not a gangster. But in my eyes, she is all of that, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like Jill Biden, I'm not sure if you guys were aware.
Yeah.
But she stated that both teams should actually come to the White House because both teams played hard. Well, Jill doesn't know that in the world of sports and competitiveness, we ain't no second. We don't play that. Ain't never been two teams going to the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like the winner goes to the White House. Right. So if Iowa would have won with Jill, knowing that this is, like Bree said, a black team versus a white team, in retrospective, would they have got that same love if Iowa just would, or would Iowa just have been pulling up? Or matter of fact, Angel was so gangster about the situation. The president made his picks earlier this year for the Final Four, and he had LSU losing in the second round. What Angel ain't on that. You know, we cool. We want to go see Barack. Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Angel, man.
Yeah,
hey, that's big. That's big.
She's not a gangster though. Don't.
I know.
She listen.
See, you got to understand what a gangster is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who is, not afraid to be them, to stand on what they say. To stand on, all that. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just violence and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's the mentality. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So
I get that.
Shout out to her, man. I love it.
Especially shout out to her. I did do a blog on LSU on DNK.net. You can always go there and, of course, check it out, read it. They did phenomenal to me, the highlights and everything I did see. And her just review on how she talked after the game and how she answered the question. She was very much honest. It's like she said, y'all labeled her all fucking year. Y'all called her ghetto. Y'all called her... y'all said she was
we that, man. We that. Hey.
Like, she was the underdog. Like you said, the president himself put them at the bottom, too. Man. You already thought I wasn't going to win, but it's the fact that I proved y'all wrong, and I'm everything that y'all think I am and more. And the reason why people are genuinely jealous of you is because they see something in you that they don't have in themselves, and they hate that about not you, but they hate themselves.
I just want to say one thing, though, man. One thing, though. Because even though as much as I want to kill them, on the rhetoric, we can't kill him because every year a president makes out his list. So where you have no. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. every year a president makes out his list, so whoever they choose is whoever they choose. So I don't want to just slap that on him because he had him at the bottom. You
Well,
know
no,
what I
it
mean?
was again. Angel is compounding what Jill said.
Yeah.
On top of.
Well, Jill was wrong. Jill was crazy.
She spoke
Jill said
out,
the
and
wrong
then
thing.
whoever her PR person is actually spoke out and wrote a statement apologizing to her, saying that they was not inviting Iowa and that they still want LSU to come.
And she turned it down.
You know, and they turned it down, and she do want to go elsewhere. But it's like, I feel it. You go where you're celebrated and not tolerated at the end of the day. You know, the vibes be different, the mood be different. You can feel when people don't really fuck with you, and you don't gotta be around that type of stuff. And the fact that I feel like their team, not, you know, the Clark girl, she's good, but like y'all, everybody said, and my brothers, we talked about it, so they broke it down for me just on the sportsmanship side. She lacked having a good team, so she didn't have that. But for Angel's sake, it's like, we are labeled, not just black women, white women get labeled too. Women as a whole, if everybody want to say, oh, let's take out race and let's just look at talent, we all getting judged and we all getting this, you know. And it's always women have to be competitive against each other. You always have to do that. So people are always going to turn women against each other anyway. But the fact that both of them still acknowledge that you know, we both are great players, you know, it ain't no problem. But when we on the court, yeah, it was like that, and that's nothing wrong with that.
I believe what they did was good for the game.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like it brought
because
more
nobody would have tuned in as much if it wasn't
like
the controversy. Without the controversy,
it wasn't all that. People,
you know what I mean? Even though it was a blowout, but it was a good game, and still, you know, the girl Kaylee Clark, she 1-on-1, she the dopest. Don't get me wrong, 1-on-1, she gonna take people. But LSU had a team that she didn't have. You know what I mean? They didn't have the team. They had her, but they didn't have a team. And LSU had a team of
their
players.
Team showed up against South Carolina.
Yeah,
that was their championship game.
Yeah,
they played team ball. They played excellent team ball.
Yeah, but you also know it's about matchups.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
You know what I mean? It's different matchups.
Big Girl did different against South Carolina. The one center that Iowa has. But she couldn't show up against LSU because of Reese, and that was the difference, man. You know.
Yeah, but we'll cut you out. Keep going. Keep doing your thing.
I was gonna say she's a good player. I feel like Angel not wrong. I feel like she did amazing, and I feel like she right what she said. Like, she's sticking up for the girls who are always getting judged and labeled as.
Oh no, she's 100% correct. Don't get me wrong.
I feel that.
Stay dangerous, guys.
Congratulations to her. Yeah. I feel like people are trying to take away from their win. I want them to go celebrate and go pop that shit.
I'm happy she's just getting the voice out there.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing.
What else we got?
What's next?
Voices out there. Let's talk about different voices and different opinions on what's going on. Recently, Drake just dropped like a new song. So during his song, he had like a clip of Kim K. And it was about her divorce to Kanye. So fans are speculating.
And it was like a love song. It was like a love song.
Like a love song. So it was like Drake.
Like
what was that? Rescue Me?
Yeah. So he had that clip of there. So fans are trying to be like, oh, it's beef. And his dad spoke out and he was like, oh no, stop trying to create, you know, fake beef.
I mean, how was that fake beef? You up here talking about, you got Kim K on her talking about her divorce, and then you up talking about rescue me, like you about trying to rescue her.
I'm about to save you. She don't need saving.
Like, man, what?
She don't need no saving.
They know what they doing, man.
Also, more beefs. What's this? I can't pronounce his name right, but the guy who made the song "This Is America."
That was Childish Gambino.
Yes, Childish Gambino. So he recently did an interview, and he basically said originally that was a diss towards Drake, but it actually, they liked it, the flow, and they liked it like that little piece, and he ended up linking up with this great director, and the two came up with what came out to be like one of his best hits that he had in his career. So going on, just like in other news, pretty much Forbes released their list for 2023 of billionaires.
Where I'm at.
I didn't see your name, but you're speaking into existence. You're going to be on there. Kim Kardashian was on there. Jay-Z was on there. Rihanna was on there. And Mr. What's that on Twitter?
Oh, Elon Musk.
Elon was on there. So they were like one of the top few people that was on the list. So.
How many black people was up on there?
I read the
I know
whole
Tom
list.
Ford, Jordan, Brian,
Rihanna, Jay-Z.
Wow.
So it's a few.
Yeah, shout out to the feet between LeBron James and Tiger Woods, the first athletes to be actually playing in their sports while having $1 billion earning.
That's dope.
Yep.
Yeah, so big moves being made. Eve and her husband's son, they turned 1 year. He turned 1 year old recently. He's been living his best life.
Did she marry
He
some
is
prince
so
of
cute.
Saudi Arabia or something?
No, she married Maximilian. He owns he's the
the
founder. No, he's the founder of the Gumbo 3000, basically like racing. So like NASCAR racing.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like over in England. He's a billionaire too. So they're married. They've been married for a while, and they son.
Yeah, they're gonna stay married too if she's smart.
Hell yeah, she's gonna stay married. She's a good stepmom and everything. Okay, he got the older kids. They living their best life. Best life. So Marcus Houston recently spoke, and he talked about he's receiving backlash because he married a 19-year-old woman when he was 38.
Right.
He met her though at 17, and fans are basically speculating that they feel like he groomed her to basically marry him, and he's like just kind of catching backlash. For a long time, he didn't speak about it, but he recently just did an interview and kind of said how they fell in love and how they were just alike. And people are just like, what does a 19-year-old?
You look at him now, you would never imagine he used to do what he used to do.
I heard some interesting facts though. They said Jay-Z met Beyonce. I was listening to that this morning. They said Jay-Z met Beyonce. They said it ain't a lot of known people who was messing with them younger people, back then when R. Kelly was
with them.
You know what I mean?
But
they still with them. You know what I mean? Yeah. What did he say? Dame Dash and Aaliyah.
There's a lot of relationships.
That I didn't know. I didn't even know about that relationship.
That was her last relationship before she died.
He always said he loved her and stuff like that. Like, it's a lot of people who have those type of relationships. That's what they was bringing up in the comments and different things like that. Prayers going out to Bob Lee, the founder of Cash App. Unfortunately, he was fatally stabbed in San Francisco the other night. So we're gonna send prayers
getting
to
ready
his
for
family.
this new world type of. The U.S. dollar has been banned from like 30 countries.
Yes, you could go check out dnk.net to go look out to check that out. Actually, the Chinese currency actually had the most trading value this past month, and it surprised the American currency basically. And now actually
there's no more use
president
for
of Russia, he actually has linked and has an ally with other countries, and they're forming an ally. They're trying to
South
stop
Africa,
using
China,
Japan, Saudi Arabia. They already said, like, as far as oil prices, our gas is probably going to continue to go up. They said they're about to basically put some to the side, so they can supply, so they can keep their market value and pretty sell oil at a higher rate. So y'all check out dnk.net for that story and many more.
That's what it do. Speaking Leagues each and every Thursday morning. You already know. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. 10:58 past the hour. About to get up out of here. DJ Laylo, where can they find you at?
Yes, sir. DJ Laylo, DJ LAYLO330. Google me. Find me on all social media platforms. Make sure y'all pop out to the pop-up party tomorrow, and also Edgar's tonight. Go ahead.
Friday night.
Yeah, social aid.
Man, you double booked that.
Edgar's.
Go ahead.
Breland Harper Sr. on Twitter. Breland Harper on Facebook. Big Bree 02 on the ground.
And as always, dnk.net, DN_K1 on Insta.
TREK, you're welcome to know me as well. Speaker Leaguers _worldwide. That's on IG. Speaker Leaguers 1 at his Twitter. Check us out everywhere you can find a podcast. You dig? May the first be with you. To say I do. Akron Municipal Court to officiate themed weddings. Laylo, what you got in mind?
I don't know.
Theme, man. What you gonna do on the theme wedding side? Ike and Tina?
That's dope. They be like, yeah, ain't supposed to be getting married. For real.
Speaking Leaguers, man, we out.
Elvis.